I want to start with this potential strike that could take place from ports in Boston all the way down to Miami, as well as Houston and New Orleans. Talks have been at a stalemate since June. When you hear about this, what's your read on this kind of situation? Is there room for a last-minute deal given the animosity, or is the strike kind of inevitable at this point?
No, first of all, I really want to keep the hope alive that there will be a deal before October 1st. So we are really encouraging to step up the social dialogue between the company and the trade unions. We have to be very clear that strike doesn't happen that often in the U.S. market. And so for the workers to get to the point of threatening to walk out on October 1st, it tells you a little bit kind of the fed up situation in which workers could be.
Yeah, and there's talk that perhaps the White House might need to intervene. Is that helpful or harmful to the workers' side?
Well, I mean, we live in a society where you have at least the three parties. You have the government, you have the employer, and you have the workers. So for me, it's not excluded that the government may wish to be if that can help to get to the deal. But if we could avoid that, the government doesn't have to step in before we have a deal, is better.
Now, one of the key issues, of course, is the union wants a near 80% raise over the next 6 years. And they say workers deserve a share of the profits that container companies won during the pandemic. I'm curious whether using COVID as a rationale still resonates with employers and the public when so much of the world has returned to pre-COVID norms.
No, essentially the economy, and particularly the U.S. economy, has earlier in the stage returned back to the pre-COVID situation. But we do have some situation where you could see that the gap, including the share in the dividend, which should be seen as shared by everybody, particularly when we talk about gain in productivity, and we are saying that, okay, that gain caused by productivity, part of it has to go to the workers.